Hello, students. Let's read the problem. And it says, Joe has a mountain bike rental business. He charges $12 per hour plus $10 for safety equipment rental, helmet, and knee pads. The equation C equals 12H plus 10 can be used to determine the total cost C after H hours of service. A customer wants to rent the mountain bike for at least 4 hours, but no more than 7 hours. What is the range that represents this situation? Okay, so what do we have here? We have this business, right? They rent bikes, right? And they're already giving us the equation, and it's right here. Okay, and they are telling you that they charge $12 per hour. It's right up here. And they also charge $10 for the safety equipment, right? Okay. Now, C represents the total cost, and H is the number of hours of service, right? And now we have this customer that he wants to rent it for at least 4 hours, but no more than 7. Okay, so the question is here, what is the range that represents this situation? Well, first of all, we need to determine what is hours, because that's what we're talking about. What does the hours represent? And what does the cost represent? Right? So the hours is actually your X values. Okay? Because remember, the hours is the one that is going to determine the total price or the total cost of renting the mountain bikes, right? So cost is going to be your Y values. And I wrote it like that because now I want you to think about X. Well, X has to do with domain. Is that right? And the Y values has to do with range. So now I know that I'm looking for the range, which is the Y values. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the function that is given to you. So we have an equation that says C equals 12H plus 10. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are going to work out that equation, and I am going to replace H with the least amount of hours that the customer wants to rent the bike. So we are going to replace H with 4 because that's the least amount of hours that he wants to rent it for. So if you work at the problem, we get 48 plus 10. So what's the total cost for 4 hours? It will be $58. So I'm going to write it down as an order pair, right? So this means hours, which is 4 hours, right? And this is the cost, which is $58. Okay? And of course, I'm looking for the Y values, right? Which is 58. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. I'm still going to work out the same equation. Okay? But now I'm going to replace X with the 7 hours, right? Which is the H. So I'm going to multiply 12 times 7 plus 10. Okay? If we multiply 12 times 7, we get 84 plus 10. And the total cost for 7 hours will be $94. Okay? So I'm going to write down my order pair. So this means that in 7 hours, right, the total charge will be $94. And I am going to highlight 94 because that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so the most that he can pay will be $94, and the least money that he will need to pay will be $58. So if you look at the answer choices, you will notice that my answer choice C has the same values that I found for my range, right? So the cost is less than or equals to $94, but the cost is also greater than or equals to $58, okay?